This is Chris Chamberlin, one of the most mind-boggling athletes that exists. The man is a master of tools. Quick in inconvenient positions, he's strong in weird places, and he's an indestructible wrecking ball of a human. And one of the most interesting athletes to follow on Instagram. He has a lifetime of training experience and 18 years of coaching experience for all sorts of athletes, everyday folk, and Olympians. He's currently 5+ years in as director of programming for WEC Method, and he's inspired by Cirque, old-timey strongmen, and dad feats of strength. Fantastical characters tend to drive his movement expression and drive him to explore things outside the box. With such a rich and eclectic athletic background, this home gym tour is going to be something really special. Guys, at the top of the screen, we got a playlist for hardcore home gyms. I think we're on about episode 13, right, Brian? All right, this is Chris Chamberlin's gym. And if you gave me 100 pictures and told me which one in Chris's gym is this one, because I'm going down his feed, I'm like, oh, this is different. This is really cool. It's just that we haven't done this intro once before or something. This is like, All right, so you work out at WEC Labs, but your home gym itself is your collection. People ask me, it's like, hey, is it better to have a home gym or a public gym? I'm like, both.
Absolutely.
Because you got community in this, but you always want the option to be able to train when it's convenient and have your own space as well. So, okay, what is that? What is this?
I found this guy. I think he's it's either like a high school or college gymnastics coach. And he was looking for ways to train his kids for ring stuff and to not have them be in danger when they bail. Oh. So what he was kind of playing around with, I actually modified this one. I wanted it to be a little more like a perfect push-up, so I bought Lazy Susan because he has some stationary ones, but he does these ones that are like omnidirectional. They roll.
What?
Yeah. So he like gets them up. He can spot kids while they're working on like handstands and stuff, and he works on them actually bailing on them and going with them. Yeah. And so that one's great because they can kind of like roll in all direction. But man, like this little modification. So this is where like I wanted the security, and like when I'm working on like a LC to handstand press or something like that, this lets me get like a nice articulation to the wrists, like similar I'm going to get on the freestanding ring.
Okay.
So
you see me train gymnastics rings for like when I first got my pair in 2010. They've never come out of any of my periodization plans, whether I'm largest doing bodybuilding competitions, whether I'm focusing this, that. Rings have always consistently been in my rotation because they just.
But this is its own contraption. But
it's the pulley systems.
Yeah, but this is the money right here. So
we
were talking about like fat bars and stuff earlier.
Look at my face.
Whoa, can you just hold that up?
You see? You feel it. They're bigger than your forearm.
Dude, like I got really large hands and this is ridiculous.
We were talking about fat bars and like how that can be really helpful for guys dealing with like joint pain, like when they're pressing and doing things with barbells. So we switched to a fat bar, but vice versa, when we're working on all of our pressing actions and stuff, it's super big.
That idea is not only from him. Clint Darden, which we've done a hardcore home gym with, often switches athletes to an axle bar who have tendonitis issues with normal pressing because that fat bar and shoulder issues. So, I mean, you said you would think that it'd just be ideal to train with a fat bar almost all the time.
I do. Like if you don't have like a specifically need to train on a like powerlifting bar, like I don't see any reason why I wouldn't. And I've almost adopted that with everybody I train at the lab. At least.
Yeah.
David,
have you
this
seen
guy
place?
Always breaking into the party.
David, welcome to the party.
I do a lot of like just false grip regressions and stuff.
Oh yeah.
I like to do things where like I retain coils. So we've been talking about that idea of side, center, that ratio I was talking a little bit about, and the fact that I can pull just with the right and maintain the anchor on the left, leave that arm, and now pull yourself up with that arm. Yep. Yeah. And you anchor. So you just
I got you.
you anchor into that. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I understand what these are for, guys. They usually like you can do this stuff, but what is like a couple staple movements for you for these?
I like the shape of it because like I can do like crossbody stuff, so I can like anchor it like down here, and it helps me sort of emphasize like these ideas of like rotating like that.
Dude,
so, like,
okay,
when I'm I can use it to pull through and pull down. So I get to like attach it to my body and move with it in a way I want.
I just want to borrow you and just take you to every single piece of equipment and just see like, what are you going to do with this?
That's literally what I do. Everybody's used to seeing somebody take it and swing it around, and we'll utilize a lot of those, like the essence of the rope flow you've been doing, right? We've been doing like drag and roll, like those overhead mills and things you do with that, and anybody watching Juju with that, we'll be able to carry over a lot of that practice into other swinging implements. What I like is this, and I'm really sad that they went out of business. It's called the Whipper. You can still kind of find them on Facebook Marketplace, and they're a portable erg. So they work like a ski erg and a rower. They're just a concentric only.
Oh, they have that feeling.
I like ski ergs. I like row machines.
I love the ski
Right,
erg.
like I like that. I want that. I want that repetitive concentric work, and I can do this for like, I'm gonna do 500 meters of like golf swings today, you know what I mean? So I can be in here, and I can rip, take. And it's just nice and easy.
Oh yeah!
Just that dip. Boom. Get that pivot. Man, we were talking about that pivot of the foot. There you go. Finish the athletic movement. There it is. Don't have to go crazy too. I'm in it for like reps when I do this.
That is like a ski erg if you've ever used those, and it's completely different from where a band or a cable stack feels like. It's concentric only. Yeah. It's got this nice light resistance where it's just kind of like, it finishes, it feels good. We know what the Bosu is, both sides up. Weck is the inventor of that. And
I'm the guilty party.
You're the guilty party. No, it's good. You got a trap bar, which is very interesting. Some of the movements you've done on that. You got like Krokaleski row style loadable dumbbells with the long ass shafts. Eric Bugenhagen would be happy about that right there. Brian Hennessy's, the Henny. But so we did a video in my gym a long time ago. Brian Hennessy is the guy that made the Squat Max MD, which is the most affordable belt squat, the one that carries over best to back squatting because it's completely vertical. But he also makes this, which not a lot of people know. I think it's a really cool strap. You're actually supposed to put a barbell in through this and the other end.
That's great.
And it's really, for people with home gyms that are limited on space, I think the HENNY system here, the free weight attachment system, is money.
Like I've always been like, oh, do I want jammer arms? And there's such an investment.
Well, they take a lot of space.
And they take up a lot of space. And like, I love the idea of them. And like this, if you're kind of that person like looking at that maybe, and you got a rig, like this is a good first step to see if you're gonna like start using those kind of angle bar kind of actions in your program, and it just doesn't eat up space. So
with Chris's the level of athlete that he is, if you see it in this video, you know that it's good.
These are RMT club heads turned into the best.
All right, if you take you with a duct tape and Dave Tate with the carabiners, you'll be able to rig anything up.
It's just this guy weight plate on it, man. It's the factory.
Oh, it's a
man.
I know that's a hard version. This is a big one. Look at my forearms. Ryan, Ryan, I'm gonna do another rep. Ready?
So like you can tense these up like to whatever tension you want. It can be like infinite hard, and then like I take this and I can start to work on this is sort of the move with it. Get that elbow through. This is that near steer.
Yes.
And then I feel like nunchuck.
Yes, that's what
nunchucks.
And
then
exactly
nunchucks.
So this one,
what's this one?
This can be like a pinch grip here. You can do like in and out. So this is that near far steer stuff. I really love sort of.
Well, it's funny you say steer because it's a wheel.
Literally, right. And then sometimes I'll like strap this to something so I can sit here and like turn it as hard as I can too. Like,
no way.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really playful. Hey, Brian, try this out. Yeah, here, switch off.
Yeah, you can turn. That's what I'm saying. That just sitting here like think crank this way, crank that way. Yeah, or you can go in and out. Yeah, that was like the pan work I was doing earlier. This guy having that double joint, I can like come through and like pull myself around.
Oh, wow.
Right? Or like that would be like that underhand getting around. And then you still want tension on it when you're at it. So you just like any suspension trainer, you're keeping that little bit of, finding that sweet spot where you're not losing the tension.
You do have a Nordic Curl device?
Yes, I do a ton of like razor curls. I do Nordic deadlifts.
What's a razor curl?
It's a razor curl. You're trying to keep the spine and shin congruent, and you dive in and out. It's not the full Nordic, right?
Okay.
So you here and you dive and pull back in. So that's this. So you keep the spine and shin congruent. And I'm able to stay with some of the language we've been talking about. I stay external. So look where I'm funneling all that, right? Right? And how I keep a softness in the knee. It gets more like that outer and that glute med.
Is this possibly a regression for something?
It's like a
Nordic
super
Curl?
regression, and I get everybody I work with on these like immediately. It's something like it's very doable, and it has room for you to start adding load to it, which is really inviting. Again, that spine shin congruency makes it a little more athletic, in my opinion.
What is that in the center of your rack?
Oh, this is a Kratos Flywheel.
Oh no, the Kratos!
Yeah.
Oh, it's Duffins. One of the best athletes and a really good friend of mine, David Herrera, one of the smartest people in the industry, in my opinion. We did a hardcore home gym with him last year. Very minimalist outdoor area, and for just the past couple of years, he's been doing basically K-box.
Yeah.
And this is a guy that deadlifts like almost 900 pounds at like under 200 pounds body weight. He's insane. But if that guy is using eccentric type flywheel training, look at the people, look at the results they're getting. It means something that it's in Chris's gym.
I'm big on A-B position, like top position, bottom position, and that becomes an essential part of flywheel training. You need to know where you're trying to finish, and what device, like what handle or strap or whatever you're going to use, because that determines what length it needs to be. It has to be perfect. Flywheels have infinite resistance, so the harder you pull it, the harder it's going to pull back. What we're going to do is I'm going to wind it up. You're going to let it in, okay? And now you're going to give it a little pull, just soft at first. Give it a soft pull. Feel the end range, okay? So now you got to work with that end range.
And you can move yourself if you
Now you can pull hard if you want. Let's see if he rips us off here.
Yeah, exactly. We need two people. I'm sort of wedging my weight.
Put these flywheels on it, and the larger the diameter, the more the pull. So you have to kind of explore. Sometimes you want to go faster, like a little wheel could end up actually being harder than a big wheel.
That's
it.
It's pretty heavy actually. This is just looks like a Rogue rack.
It's a Rogue monster rack.
Yeah, and you just
so it's heavy duty. It's small, so it keeps it compact. Yeah, this company, again, all these vintage things.
I thought that said rep at first. I was like, Rep Fitness makes 100-pound medicine balls?
Well,
like, no. Can we roll it off?
Yeah, of course. So these are vintage now to be able to have these softballs. Yeah, boy.
That's a soft 100-pound Atlas stone.
Yeah. Yeah, the GripBells. So.
Okay, so.
Bell has a ton of these.
Oh, he does? Hey, Brian, sneak in there, man.
Okay. Well, I think their company, when they first were coming out, they sort of had these like rubberized ones. I don't think they went over maybe 15 pounds. And this is sort of a prototype run of them.
I love it.
Yeah, boy. Literally like just ripping here. I just love it. I don't know. It's like, I literally want to do that all day.
Jefferson curl. Yep. So I have fat bells, Q-bells, dumbbells, kettlebells, and now we have a GripBell.
Yep.
What? I didn't see the anchor.
Oh, yeah, dude, these are my special things.
It's right there the whole time.
Did you see this?
Yeah, we saw the boat chain, but I didn't even see the 150-pound boat anchor over here.
The mission was always to try to get strong enough to use it for like
Mace.
360s.
But
Where'd you get it?
You know, I go on Facebook Marketplace a lot, and I type in giant antique heavy shit and just see what I can find. Like I'll be here and just try to like get like deep squats with it and stuff, and just try to manage it, or throw it over the shoulder. But
It's basically strongman, the spirit of strongman. That's how the sport started.
Well, that's what I'm
giant, unwieldy object in weird ways. See, you got the BAMF hammers back there.
yeah, you know,
Nice selection of clubs.
So I've done. I should give it to you. So I have done. I think my record's like 6. Like I can't even think of the name right
360s?
now. Like, yeah, 360s.
Okay, hold on.
A good starting place.
DJI mic.
Little dip over the shoulder too, like easy. Just roll it to get used to it. There you go. Yep. Yep.
Keep the contact. You be a better wrestler.
Yeah.
That's right. You want the
Yeah. So
contact.
the contact rolls like that are good.
Yeah, I'm good with that. Yeah. I'm good with that. Why do you have so many sticks?
You know, so I used to teach classes, and I used to really like. I used to.
It's like you can only use. Like,
I really
a couple
value
of them.
tools. Like I've mentioned in like our earlier videos and stuff that like I was a carpenter for years. I think all tools have a reason. I think you should be using them for reasons that they weren't intended to be for. And I think you should share tools with other people because they provide feedback and teach you things. So Dennis Dunphy, he's kind of the head of this. And
The stick mobility?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had a pair for about
cat.
10 years.
Yeah.
And I would say if I had to pick just like 3 external tools for stretching, it would be a stick, bands, and a wall. Every single stretch that you can do can be made better by using some sort of outside piece of equipment or structure. You obviously have the heaviest kettlebells
For now.
that exist.
This is, I think, still...
Great Lakes?
Yeah, Great Lakes here. This
He's
is
the best. Great Lakes is the best.
164 kilos, so it's 362 pounds. So,
Amazing handle, too.
yeah, swing
Feel the
it,
handle.
deadlift it. I usually put it up on my T-bar station to do deadlifts so I can get, because it's tall, so doing it from the ground is heavy and impressive. But
Yeah.
I bring this thing between the lab and here.
So that was at the lab yesterday.
Yes.
Yes.
That's the same one.
Yes.
I get obsessive of where I'm training, so like I like the gym and I like my home gym, and like if it's gym time of training, I bring all my gym stuff with me.
Yeah.
And if it's time to be back, I gotta bring it all back home. I really want to support this guy too. He's gone out of his way to really like create really nice handles,
The handles.
for these heavier bells. Some of them are still at the lab, some here. I kind of brought my bigs.
That's the mark of a guy that has actually invested in it. He's
cares
not just
about
a dude out, because there's so many problems with people in the fitness industry who are outside the fitness industry, and they think they have an idea for a product. They're just trying to make money in it, but they are not in it, so they don't know. But if you're commenting on how good the handles are, it's because the guy is in it. He's invested in this
He
himself.
recognizes that there's guys that want to put these things at the rack and overhead, and like you just cannot do that with these little handles.
Oh, you got a we know what this is. I call it a
winding.
knot ball. It's a paraball from winding ropes.
I brought this down, but I usually keep this upstairs.
Yeah.
I do a lot of boxing with it, so I hang it and I'll punch.
Oh gosh,
I use it as,
think
I
about
use
that.
it as like a.
That's a good. That's a
Yeah,
good
yeah.
box. That's actually good for striking. There's obviously the keg,
Keg.
but the canes.
Yeah, so handstand canes. Yeah, so
Why do
some
you
cane-
have them?
I do handstands. I do muscle ups to handstands on that and stuff.
Okay, you can muscle up on.
Yeah,
a
I would do a
cane.
muscle up to the.
So you
hands.
underneath it?
Yeah, and you have to learn the balance point on it too. So I got really obsessed with like even I don't know if you've gotten to use Neuro-Grips. I have some of those over there too. and
Okay.
everything. But I would do like one of the hardest feats of strength I've ever done in my life. I did a muscle up on Neuro-Grips on a pull-up bar. At any moment, that thing could shift on it. So I would balance this on top of a ring.
Oh,
You
son
learn
of a bitch.
Or sorry, on a bar, and you learn to do pull-ups with that. So you have to have your weight displaced exactly where it's got to be to be able to do it, or you like break your wrist.
I want to see the sandbags over here.
Yeah.
Because you filled them up with something else.
No, so this one's the one I have right now. So there's a couple things. So I love lifting heavy bags, and like I'm not saying, I was always trying to chase this 400, and I was at a place where I was about to shoulder this guy. One day I spent 6 hours lapping it. I kept lapping it. And I just like, by
much
the
is
time
that?
this is only 150 right
Okay.
now. It was 400 at one point. It was just because the shape of it was so much different from my 300. I just could not handle how to deal with it. So I'm really into this idea that like, of using mixed media, which they encourage, but I don't think a lot of people actually do it. And I put rubber mulch in these now. So I'm trying to actually get a bunch of 400 bags, or even realistically a bunch of 300 bags, and start loading them with like crumb rubber first, and then load them with like bags of like partial bags of crumb rubber sand, and kind of create like Oreos.
Oh, interesting.
So that you still get like a uniform weight between it, but
Yeah.
like starting to use the shape of the bag the same way, and then like
Progressively.
progressively, like so I can, because my frame, like the guys that are picking this up there are like 6'8" and like 350 pounds. So me putting this on my shoulders is a nightmare. And it's great for like home gyms and stuff because you can slam it and it's going to be even less of an issue than even a normal sandbag. And you're not going to get all the sand as the seams break eventually.
Yeah. One of the reasons I think Zerkers have become more popular isn't just because at first it was a fad lift that's kind of like getting views and freaking people out. It's because, when you think about a back squat or something, you're in this position. If you're always in this position, that's kind of throwing you into this position all the time in order to kind of like create a little bit more balance in things. Now you're squatting and lapping things like this, and that's a Zerker right there. Well, you can do that with a sandbag squat. But yeah. So there you go. Now his body is like this instead of like that.
round, yeah. So
Yeah, it's a little rounded.
Yeah.
And you had said something. I was like, oh, that makes sense. It's like you can squat every day if you're mixing up this
Yeah.
pattern a little bit more. Because I was like, yes, you can. That makes sense. So I'm not. Yes, you can. And I'm starting to think like, oh, Now you've got me convinced. Now I'm going to start thinking about that. Because at first I was like, oh, sandbag squats, that's silly. It's like you're focused. Like, no, it's not. No, I don't think it is. So the boat chain, we never actually talked about what you do with it.
Oh, God.
This used to sit at the lab, and we get some pretty remarkable people come in the lab, and very strong people. And I'm always like, all right, you're here. Like, first thing you got to do is you got to put the anchor chain over your head. And everybody's like, what? Like, first thing I ask is, as much as we are about being efficient and just being technical and doing all this stuff with mechanics, like sometimes I still just love being raw and just being a meathead a little bit. But
just figure it out.
Yeah,
figure it out when it's under load.
I like puzzles. I want to figure it out. And this is a cool puzzle because I've been able to get this over my head on multiple occasions.
Good Lord. Yeah.
And
so the puzzle is get this over your head, and this weighs 220 pounds?
it's roughly 200 pounds. Okay?
200-pound chain.
Jordan Burroughs was the first one to do it.
Outside
of the Olympic gold medalist, wrestler, and he handled it, and it was incredible.
Incredible.
So, just solving like, what the
solve
fuck
the puzzle.
Yeah.
You got rust.
Interesting. Okay.
Oh shit, he's gonna shoulder it and then get up.
He's choosing a different route than
It's a Rubik's Cube and he got it. You gotta love this.
Yeah, use the bell. Yeah. Yeah, he's good.
Okay.
You stay out of his way.
Yeah, I'll get out of his way.
When you're doing that, that thing bites. You don't
Oh yeah. No,
It'll piss
I
you off.
understand. I understand. Look at that.
Yes, sir.
Wow. Yes!
I don't think
I'll take a whoopsie. I appreciate the strategy on doing that because you kind of took a portion of sort of how I mentioned I pulled it off at my frame. Yeah.
If I was a little more warmed up.
That's how Jordan took it. Jordan cleaned it and threw it over his shoulder. And like it was hitting him in the head, and that doesn't feel good. So I was like, "Oh my God, dude, like you're ballsy." And then he did do a push jerk with it and was able to stabilize it.
Yeah, I could tell you a 200-pound strict military press is easier than that. That's exciting. I like what you called it though, puzzle.
Puzzle. I love puzzles. That's what I do. I do it with sequencing with different tools. I love it with big objects. Like it just depends on what I'm chasing at the time.
If you could give a couple pieces of advice or like people watching this video, where would you start with a home gym? And what do you think about like anything? Like what would be helpful for them to understand?
Yeah, absolutely. So the number one thing for me with a home gym, find something that inspires you to move. Number one. So if a kettlebell's calling at you, a dumbbell's calling at you, like listen to that and ride that. Okay, there's not one thing that is the right thing at your home gym. I know for me, my journey was sort of with kettlebells, and that's sort of inspired me my whole lifting career, and that's always been a staple. It's something that's been there forever. Calisthenics, so gymnastics rings, things like that have also been there, and they're super simple things that have a lot of regression and a lot of ability to like add load and progress linearly with it. So kettlebell and rings would be my number one thing to have in a gym for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then actually a rope now. So the rope has sort of been this thing that is
ties everything.
Yeah,
that's playtime.
Yeah. So most importantly, just do something that inspires you and listen to yourself even more than people around you on it. So
I love it.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you so much for sharing this space. I cannot wait to just take a bunch of notes, write things down, and contact some people, maybe order some stuff because I haven't seen half this stuff before, and I love it. So thank you so much, Chris.
Yeah.
Where can people, do you have any links people can find you?
Yeah, so two places you can get me. You'll get me at Eroding Weakness on Instagram, erodingweakness.com, and also at weckmethod.com and weckmethod.
I didn't know erodingweakness.com. I didn't know you had
There's not much going there. But
okay.